we want to bring it to maybe this is 5 is the best world class, but maybe Prof Yasmina and Jalila, you managed to bring it to 3, okay, or 2.5, okay. That's itself a success story. Okay. How you managed to bring it to 2.5 in a specific area, and for example, Bihać University, okay, or in Bihać region, okay, or Ona Sana Canton, wherever you decide that is your project area, okay. And in which type of entrepreneurship? Is it in this one, or in this one, or in this one? Maybe in all of them better. So the more you do, the more you make success story and measurable, because you cannot claim you did a project and it is successful if it does not affect the society. This is where inspiration economy we talk about, affecting the socio-economy. How much you brought in the society, the mindset. Bringing, you remember we talked about last time, there is bringing only projects from outside, waiting for EU, UNIDO, whatever, okay, blah blah blah. This is we call it what? Structured project, structured approach, and it's based on resources. We need to show the other thing. This thing does not come with this only. Usually this one takes many years to build the spirit. But with many projects, like Euro project, maybe having 6 projects of Euro project, okay, it will move the spirit within the targeted area, whether you are targeting Bihać University or Bihać City or Onasana Canton. Yeah. Okay. So this is where we want. It is socio-economic project, okay, and it is based on no resources, okay, it's limited resources, and it's based on involvement of people, TPI. And the word TPI will be very important for you. Total people involvement, TPI. Okay.
Total people
involvement. تدين حبيبة. فهذه it's very important so that we can create the change. طيب. So this maybe I will stop here, and otherwise will take more time than what we planned. But at least will reduce migration, okay, and enhance NGO, okay. Because NGO and migration is outcome. These are outcome, okay, and this is an enabler. You know, enabler, right? And this is a result, okay. So if I step them, enabler, then result, then outcome. Okay, the outcome, less migration, more NGO, and the result will be clear quality of life. Okay? People, they will have more choices, that life is different. I don't have to go to the government to work. I don't have to wait for the job. I don't have to wait for my parents to give me money. Okay, I can work even when I'm a student, even if I am in high school. Okay, I can make money to cover some of my expenses. Okay, they see life is different. They can feel the power of changing even their society, because as I told you, the most important now one popular is social entrepreneurship. Most even millionaires or billionaires are going for this. Why? Because they feel that they are alive. They are alive. You know, they are not just any human. They feel they can influence many places. Okay, so that's. I was telling Dunya yesterday. I was recorded in Arabic. Okay, we record sometimes for our radio show. We have everyday radio show. But sometimes we record just for us to remember, and for our people to come, who's coming from Bahrain. We record it in WhatsApp and we send it to them. And I was telling her, influence is the word that is really measure the spirit of entrepreneurship. Influence. Okay. The more you feel that you are influencing, how you measure your influence, Prof. Yasmina? And now you are sitting and someone else is doing something about Prof. Yasmina. Maybe she told them to do research, or maybe she told them go and ask for this question, or maybe they are reading about Prof. Yasmina. So this influence is, even rich people, they cannot do it. So you are becoming richer in real human. Why you are human? Okay, that's maybe the idea of it. Yeah. So خلاص. تصوري
You know, we have a lot of problems about startup business
Yeah.
for youth because our policy, our regulation,
Socio-politics.
social politics are not isn't good for youth. We think that youth have ideas, but they don't they don't support from government, from how will we to help them?
You remember what Dr. Mohammed was saying, that you don't need for here an inspiration, you need aspiration. So here where you can motivate the youth,
Yes.
you need to work more in their spirit and motivating them. And their spirit, then you can work and letting them. I mean, see, the youth who have done Facebook or Google or these things, they were not waiting for law and government. It's just they have it inside them.
Okay.
Maybe you need to work in this part so you can get a real entrepreneur, a real innovators. This is what you need to measure, so you know if the spreads and these things are there, so then you can motivate it. I don't know if Dr. Mohammed agrees.
In the beginning, now I will be honest, like, because I wasn't there when you were having these workshops there, and I didn't really know what you would really want. So at the beginning, I understood that we are actually the ones who should make the situation better for young people in order to start businesses
Yes.
and everything. But now I realize it's not what you want. Okay, so
You cannot.
Okay, yes, but
You cannot, can you? Not really. In reality.
I thought we can try.
No,
but okay.
no, but it's not.
Now
but
I understand.
We can keep this parallel to this, as I said.
Okay.
This is whatever. This is what is because of your positions. Okay, you can do. Okay, and this is very good if you can do. Convince the university, open a center, and so on. Because very bureaucratic system. You are same as Arab world. And now I studied your. Okay. So this is we don't depend on this. Inspiration economy, we depend on doing projects, and through projects we affect the mindset. Okay, the word mindset is very important for us. Changing the mindset of individual or society. Even our logo says we simply inspire people and society. Maybe you remember in our card what we put. Okay, our card we put. Okay, we simply inspire people and society, right? This is okay. So this is an example. All Dunya's, I think. Okay, but anyway, okay, you can have it. You have too many cards. You don't get. Okay, so what I'm talking about is really is these projects. How we do it to change the mindset. This is the question that you are learning now. Okay, this one will go with time. It might be successful, but these ones it will be successful if we try, because we've been doing this many times, and it needs to be measuring, not moving away from being blame culture. Okay, actually we want to move. See, your project will be evaluated by a jury. Okay, inshallah, if things are, I hope, okay, that and you guys get excited. Okay, because I feel now. Nobody is interested in what we're doing, frankly, that much. With time, maybe.
It's not that they're not interested. I think I'm speaking for myself, but
Yes.
I think people don't really understand. That's
Okay,
my
and this is
opinion.
the more you.
When we mention projects,
Yes.
I mean, what does it mean? Does it mean that we have to make something like this, as you said, to
Yes.
change something?
Yes,
or
yes.
To,
So what you go, we do surveys first, we study, right? We do observation. You remember the word observation? We bring opportunities. We find new opportunities of how we change our socio-economy, and then from there we tackle a project. Okay, we tackle a project. The project are
specific business project or
It might be a specific business project, bringing a few people who are interested. Example, there's lots of them. Bringing those people who are interested, and supervise them till they make a project, till they make success story. This might be one of ways of doing it. Okay, or spreading the clusters. We said there is a clusters of entrepreneurship. Okay, putting the cluster, putting in education trainers that train. For example, I was saying the other day to Amela, and might be applicable to you. No graduate from Bihać University, he graduate, you put this target. I know this needs policy, right? Yes. But now you put it in your mind as a team. No graduate from Bihać University, he graduate without knowing what means entrepreneurship. Now if I ask many of your graduates, 90% they will not know what means entrepreneurship. Because they never gone into a training even for 1 day. I'm not talking about 1 week. So maybe you create in a collaboration with NGO, maybe in the university sometime you'll face challenges, right? And this is where I'm saying moving from being dependent in our mindset to being independent. Okay? We'll not wait for the university, Bihać University, to put curriculum and to agree, and the board of directors or your steering board agree. No, we will start to run a course in collaboration. You as a team, in collaboration with an NGO. Even if you run it outside, and you say this is a free course for everyone from Bihać University who want to before graduating. Okay, so that people know that there is options in life. There is option other than just being looking for a job. Migrating to all the way to Austria or High to wash dishes, but just because they will get better payment, and they come with in front of people with good cars, but maybe they are not living quality of life, and they will leave their ambition. I'm not sure how many graduates in Europe, but how many of them really working in a decent job? Why? Because they think the only thing they need to work only in their job. And for example, I was telling the girls Amina and Harbella, and they don't need to work on biotechnology. Even though you are graduates from biotechnology, I'm an engineer. Okay, I worked as an engineer, but then I found myself I can do something else. So I moved my job many times. Okay, so this is the idea, and the being job creator or the is another mindset. And people need to feel once they graduate, they don't ask, there is no job. Just having no job. When you reduce the number of people that complaining that there is no jobs, that means you have done a success story. And this is what you want to measure. You want to measure how many people are blaming. As you said, now you were saying blaming the system. Okay, political. So this is right? Political, economical, social, technological, economical, and legal. Political, economical, social, technological, economical, environmental, and legal. Okay, these 6 sources of blame. We blame the environment. We blame the environment. Mean the culture, the legal system, environmental. Okay, and legal. It's more of culture. The culture. Okay. No, it's all of it's nothing to do with this. It is to do with we didn't try enough. Nobody has came like Jalila and Prof. Yasmina and dedicated some of their time. They said we will solve this problem. Just putting our efforts and we solve. And this is what create inspirational story. And what is our purpose? Why you are spending time here? Because we want to create an inspirational story. So this is being patient, persistent, and you can do it. Believing in that. This is where I told you the other day about many case studies. I have 60 case studies like this. The people started from nothing. They started to do success story because they became persistent more and more. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's important that this idea is just. You explained that, but I think due to the language
barrier,
English and everything.
Both language barrier, even in my country. You know what's language barrier?
Yes.
It is she call it communication module. Okay, there is the module of communication does not improve unless people they meet, they listen, and we meet 1 hour. It's different than we meet 2 hours and we have done some work. Now I can talk with you more. My language will be understood more. Why? Because you have done some work, you have done some study. Okay. The more you put your hand and you make your hand dirty, put it in the work, like putting in the garden. She was saying, doing her garden the last 2 weeks. Okay. The more you put your hand dirty in the job, the more you'll become expert. Just you listening to me every day, you'll see this is very difficult because I use numbers, I use everything.
Yes.
Okay.
And also I will add.
And I know now, in theory-wise, Prof. Yasmin, she knows maybe better than me. She goes to all the forum that we did. Okay, and she's a good, mashallah, yani professor and student. Okay, but if we don't put our hand on it, we'll not even believe in it. The belief will not be enough. Yeah, sorry.
And also I will add, it's about being what you always say, humble when you listen. You can come, you listen, you understand the language, but you think you know what I'm listening to. I don't want to I don't want to do it. So it's being about humble when you listen and you say, oh, this is something new, I want to try it. You need to believe in it. So always the common language, sometimes we speak different languages, but we understand each other. And sometimes you have a common language, but you don't understand each other. To be more ready to listen.
And see, what Amila helped me with Amila yesterday, or the before studying, and she came prepared. The mindset was prepared. She felt the pinch. If there is a problem, the number. She had numbers. This is what I wanted to tell you. And the projects, now we'll do a survey, okay? And this survey, and we'll do also indicators. You need to bring numbers. You not do only questionnaire interview, but you need we have 2 types of sources of observation, Prof. Yasmina, besides physical observation. Physical, seeing people sitting without work, okay, in different places, okay. They will spend maybe, and when you see young people, they are going for marhamat, or waiting for marhamat, they are 50%. This is a number that you should use. 50% of marhamat customers, the 300, you give 300 meals per day.
Yes.
150 mouths is youth. This really shocked me. Okay. What does it? Even in Africa, I didn't hear this. Okay. This means that your problem is so much. So anything you'll do, I was telling to Amila, anything you'll do in such a society, even just moving glass from here to here, it means you have done a change. So don't worry, change will happen. Just you need to be persistent. And I think it's not language barrier, as I emphasize, it is just bringing more data, working together, sitting together. Okay, now we had summer break, no problem. And use us, if we say now, خلاص, we're staying till December, we're not staying till February. So use us every day, we're free. Usually people, they pay for me lots of money to give them this. So that's what we need to do. Sorry, what I wanted to say. So let's go for this. But indicators very important. Indicators, you need statistics from you. And I think this Jalila can help us, okay? About how many governments have really created entrepreneurs, okay? They have statistics. They are putting programs. I think she was telling me Chamber of Commerce, Amela, is doing something in September. Did you hear about it? They have something in September about this. Affair, whatever, something. Okay. We need to see that. I want to go with you. See that.
Znači indikator koji su znači koliko imamo da ima programa koji se bave, koliko vlada podržava poduzetnike, koliko općina podržava mladi, koliko mladi koristi i to su svi indikatori koji ne mogu biti seprirani ove ankete.
Moje mišljenje je da those started a job, business, those who did not, why they did not start it, I don't know, those who were successful, those who weren't successful. Okay, that's just one side, but we think that it's important also, because if you say someone is not inspired, doesn't have the spirit, okay, so there's a reason why that person doesn't have a spirit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, it's not like everything, the sun is shining, but one person is gloomy. I mean, there's something that makes them gloomy. That's the problem. So just we want to also check what's the background of being so uninspired for young people. What's the background for being so not interested in entrepreneurship, or if they are not. Many people say, like, if you get some service, I checked, for example, many different European agencies, they done some research and they said, like, young people in Bosnia don't want to work. But is it true, really? I mean, they asked some companies and so on, but why they didn't check? How much money does the company pay to the person? I did this Mina this morning. I mean, if a person is working 12 hours a day in a car wash and gets only 20 km for that day, I mean, is it going to be inspired to work more?
Salary here is very low, and actually, because salary is very low, it's supposed to be a positive thing, not a negative thing. And see, this is what we want the mindset to be changed.
Okay, I don't know how you
yeah. See, what Dunya was trying to tell you, this is a dilemma between ourselves, and I'm sure this discussion, because you are honest, and I can see both of you as honest, mashallah, we were trying to help you to go to this level. Okay, it's like meditation level, you know, when you pray, sometimes you go to another level, okay? This level is very difficult. Okay, even for us, sometimes we forget. Forget about all your experience. Forget about what you see in the society. Go very humble, see that you are being given now, you are expert of inspiration economy. You've been given a problem. How are you going to do a problem? First, the humbleness for you is that to say, I don't know. Okay? Not to and don't go for areas where it's nothing to do with your business. Remember, the scope is not people who's working and accepting to work, accepting to work, okay? For others, okay? This is not your area. Your area is now youth, okay? And whether we are having the spirit of at this level, okay, of entrepreneurship in youth or not. Is it built in? Is it in our curriculum in first grade, in fifth grade, in 12th grade, okay? Or is it in University of Bيهاتش? Do we have in BU anything that is in all the, even in biotech, in engineering, in law, that encourage people to be job creators? Do you have anything that we teach them? And I'm sure this from your survey, because your survey is not asking people. Survey is also, as I told you, indicators. You need to check. Do we have any college? Go call colleges by telephone or by and set certain questions. Do you have anything? Not having anything, this is one problem.
And our curriculum and education.
Okay. So what you'll do, all your problem or observations, we call it these observation, right? Whatever outcome coming from here, called what? Called observation. Okay? This is observation. Okay? Observation is a collection of all of these. Okay? All of these will open for you opportunities. Okay? To move forward the society. For example, putting a curriculum or proposing a curriculum for one college. I'm not talking about whole, just putting one college. Let's say, since we are having most of our collaborating partners from biotechnology, and they know what inspiration economy. Just putting a curriculum, or even not a curriculum, even part of the subject inside one of the subjects to be about entrepreneurship. This is a success story. Okay? And measuring how much this affected our people at the end of the semester, of next semester, or this semester, new semester. This is okay. So putting in the curriculum itself and measuring itself is a target. Another one, sitting again, going and measuring what is the problem of the training of. I heard there is a training that is done to be job creators by the government. But why we are not having effect in the Bihać region or Ones and Canton? We need to see, and then we go and we add something inside that. Okay? We are having the Ministry of Education, we said the other day, right, to the minister, that we need to put this inside, because, by the way, it will be more difficult if we have people that is already on the street waiting for a job and tell them to become a job creator. That time, most probably, you already think about getting married, getting family, he want to make a house, he want to buy something. Okay? But these people are more risk takers. Okay, these people, the more they are you build here, so your success story will be around these areas. Okay, how much you build up about this. And frankly, now we don't know all of this. What we know now, in order to be humble, more in our mindset. I know you are humble people, okay, but in our mindset, so that we solve the problem in a proper way, we need to do interview. We check with the models and make who are successful model or failure models, as you said. Okay, we need to do survey, which we are starting to do now. One of it, okay, and survey at least, as I told you, 2 to 3 times. Every time we raise up the survey. Okay, and Jalila will do for us, and this is the action plan. I consider this to be action plan. Okay, action plan number 1, we do a survey, inshallah. This one through the monkey survey, electronic, and through sending it to everyone you know, okay, including your son and daughter, okay, for example, okay. Number 2, indicators. You bring us the numbers from the government. There's lots of statistics published by the government of Bosnia, because I know that EU, they will not let Bosnia come in unless they make sure they will not have another problem of unemployed. Okay, so I know there is a lot of work in this area. So by this next meeting, when we do the survey, we'll come to another level. We start to see things which we call it what? We call it blind spots. Okay? Now, only because you are in the office and you see lots of problems, and you hear and the collection, you think you know, but lots of blind spots that you don't know. Lots of areas that you don't know. And this is the humbleness. This is the humbleness that we don't know. Actually, we need to know more. We need to more. Every time we dig more, till we come to where the area we hit. For example, with Elema, I found one major opportunity. I told her about litigation and what she do about litigation of her. But still she needs to dig more till she find the problem. And usually these projects take 2 to 3 months just to identify where is the area. See, after we do this, we start to define the area more. Okay? Then we specify where is we're gonna hit. And this is where what's come here. In number 1, I was explaining. When we come to this level, when we start to do, sorry, where is it? Yes, this one here. Okay. When we start here, this means what? Specifying. Okay. The area where I'm going to hit the change. Okay. So you need to be patient. I will take you step by step. After this survey, we're gonna sit down, and after you analyze it, okay, inshallah, I hope you get at least. If quality of life team go to 100, I expect you to get at least 150. Because your problem is you are the source of quality of life and the source of migration. So you are the source. We control this. We can make because people are migrating because they feel there's no job. Of course there's no job. The government cannot create any more jobs. I shouldn't blame government system because you'll waste your time. Okay? We're going to. If I know that governments, I would have not came here. I would stay in Bahrain. That governments can change and create change. Even if create change, very small change. Even politician, or even if Superman, if he is Ali Izzat Bujovic himself, he cannot create change. Okay? Because politics are so complex, and there is lots of things, especially Bosnia, you are in the middle of the war. Nobody will let you alone work like this. Okay? Americans, everybody will put their hand in. Okay? But what you need to know, you need to build the security and the mindset of your people. And the security means I can be entrepreneur. I can change my community. I can be even starting and now. I was telling the guy our girls yesterday. And this year I've seen many Arabs here. I thought there is no Arab. First time I come summer. I came in April last time. Okay. I thought in a Bيهاتش, and I was planning to do on a river project, many things, ideas were brought. But frankly, I think it's nothing to do with Una, or there is lots of coffee shops and restaurants. And we thought there is not enough. Remember? The problem is about people. How many of your youth, instead of sitting like this, wasting their time, they go and started to sell something in the road for tourists. Many tourists. Okay. How many of them they trying to do projects from anything? Just maybe selling juice in the road. Okay, trying to do something. Okay. They don't have the spirit.
Yes.
Nobody built on their mindset this spirit, and this is where we need to do. Look for these people, increase from the number of them, starting that they will start, and you will look for these, and you look for these from where? From professors like you, connecting with people and so on. We'll find the opportunity, don't worry.
Okay.
But let us measure first.
Okay, and what I want to add, the more the obstacles they face, the more chances to go entrepreneur. If they all will get a secure job, good income, that means no one will go. And I just remember the story they told me about Sazin, for example, and why it is different. Because they had more obstacles, so now everyone have this entrepreneurship mindset. So what you said about working 10-hour, low income, it's not a disadvantage of going entrepreneur. That's mean if they don't like this income, they don't like this job, they don't like of being unemployed, you should motivate them more to be easier to have entrepreneurship mindset. So look at it positively. And that's why we see from a half an hour visiting Sazin, immediately we can see it's different than Bihaj. I don't know if you...
Okay, but again, for example, those are things, I think, as the same as you said, there are many things that you don't know. It seems like Tazin is really developed, but the truth is that more young people went from Tazin than from Bihać, you know? Although Tazin
They migrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also they have more unemployed people. Those who have companies are people who used to be in Germany or other countries.
Migrate and come back,
outside
yes.
Bosnia and
So
came
we need
back.
to be humble that our observation
yeah.
might be not right because I have very short observation.
Yeah, okay.
This
I'm
is
just saying.
right, you are right.
I'm just
Agreed.
giving an example. I'm not saying it's the right one. I'm
Yes.
I just
yeah.
want to say that but sometimes you get the idea that, oh, okay, they are doing something different, but that's actually, how can I say, it's like apparent. It's not like...
Not a reality.
Yes.
Not reality.
Yes, because many people, like many young people are leaving from Sazin. I read an article, a newspaper article about migration, and they said now after the census, the numbers were actually
Yes, it was
big for-
surprising.
Yes.
They showed us the census last week. Yes.
Okay, I like this. What actually we should do, and we'll see how successful it will be.
Okay, so let's start just
It's
now.
a different approach than anything that
Yes.
Came to.
Yes.
It is not for you. It is even for maybe economists, specialized people. And this is why we're saying it is a new economy. We're saying this will bring a new economy if we continue bringing success stories. And this is why I'm dedicating my time for it.
Yes.
Because I believe in it's a new concept and
Different
we need to
because-
write more about it. We need to read. And I'm not sure. I think Professor Mini have my book, no?
Yes,
I'll give you one of my book. Okay. It's available on the internet because I don't have it. So I'll give you the link. I'll send you the link. Okay. Yeah. So handbook of inspiration economy. At least it will tell you, the basics of how we think. Okay. I will send it to you, inshallah.
Yes, because I mean, since the war, everyone is trying to do two things, like or blaming politics, and the politics is blaming people, and that's the only thing.
And everyone
and
we
the,
met.
The third thing is
We met people from 13 years old till people which is maybe 70 years old and so on in this region. Okay, in the last 2 months now, and everyone is blaming politics. But it has nothing to do with politics only. It's about us. Okay, politics, you cannot change politics, and if you start to blame, it will start to go into a negative mindset. All our inspiration and aspiration we're trying to do is about a positive mindset, and I can have the power. Let me try. Let me do the study. Okay, even if I fail, what is the result of this? Let's say now you do this and you stop. You don't have maybe the persistence to continue, or we leave you. What is the result of this? Still you can publish this in a paper and send it to the whole world. This is what at my time, at my
Jedni sliku, ili neki šak, ajde molim vas. Znam da ste dužni, vrijeme došlo.
yeah, please. I'll let it. Yes. Okay.
what was the biggest obstacle for you in the process? Finding an idea for finance partners,
Šta je najveći ili možda podrška, nedostatak sredstava ili...
And I think, Prof. Yasmina, you pilot it with your husband.
No.
Pilot this, try it.
Aha, da probam.
Try it with your husband, okay? And or with some
Yes.
people who already in business or outside or just starting business. Pilot it, make a pilot, okay? See how they react to it.
They think it's easy
Today or
or
tomorrow, and not see how they feel about it, so that you can improve if there is any improvement.
Some of them, they split among
We'll start to teams will start to collect their observation data based on the interviews and so on, and present what they achieve every day. So will not go home, you as mentors or team leaders, unless you present what you have done throughout the day. What is the progress you have done? Okay. Every day we need to show progress, that we have achieved something during this forum, and everybody will help you, inshallah, during that time. It will be very important because it will be challenging. Why? Because you're going to deal with lots of people who don't know their habits, their way, there will be communication barrier, and this is where leadership will go. Instead of teaching you what means teamwork and leadership, this is an actual exercise how to work with others and with this barrier. At the end of the day, inshallah, we close by having together like a pledge, you know the pledge, our pledge and so on. And that's it, and we start another day. So this is maybe the 5 days, as I was explaining about the 5 days. Okay, all of them is the same, except Eid Day. This may be the most important thing in the program that we change. After, thanks to Amina and to Arabella, and because they introduced us to Marhamat, for that I'm saying, you introduce us to more organization so that we can work with them and help them. Now Marhamat is coming on, inshallah. Also, same as, I believe that NGO is better than universities. Maybe Jalil disagree with me, but I see that NGOs are more excited, okay, or even maybe some of SMEs, better than SMEs. So Marhamat will do with them there, I think Prof. Azra told you or not, on the day of Eid, we're going to do with them our lunch.
Yeah.
So either we'll go to Marhamat or they bring it, I'm not sure where. We'll agree now with our friends, also maybe Nahla and Iskara, they can tell us. But we need a place where we can do lunch together. We'll sponsor the lunch, okay? For us, it's all, for us, احنا في بحرين, we make, أضحية, no? يعني قربان, right? So for us, it's an opportunity to make قربان in this country. Besides, in the Marhamat will be like preparation part. It will be good. I know some of you. I know that you need to go to your families that day, that morning. But at least for us, who can stay around us, at least we feel we are coming to one family, like we did last time and the first time and so on. Okay. Maybe this is the most important thing in the program. The last day is also the most important thing, because the last day that will be the closure on what we're gonna do next. What will be after the forum? Okay? Because the forum is not for knowledge. The forum is about changing mindset, okay? And the will to do, okay? And how you can communicate with your team, because some of them will be from Bahrain, from wherever, Australia, wherever. So how we can communicate and set up the communication plan. Most of the failures of the projects because of communication. After a while, we get excited. After a while, we get busy with our job. Everything will drop down. Okay? So how we maintain this equal stamina till June, inshallah. Till we make success story, inshallah. Okay, what is the result of it? Of all this, why we are doing this? First of all, I'm talking about myself. Why I'm doing this? After the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is between me and Allah. Lakin, what is the most important is that we create success stories. For me, I am eager now to show what means inspiration economy by spreading the success stories around the world. So tomorrow when I write my books, we will write something called What's in it for me? What's in it for you? Why you are doing this? Because if you don't address this with time, we know this from experience. I am expert of the last 5 years. I started to increase my success stories. Why? Because now I started to address the human side of it. Lots of the humans, they start excited, but then we lose them with time. So very important that you address what's in it for you. And you start this maybe during your team. In it for me, so and so, I'm doing this. because so on and so on. And for that we are sacrificing and coming, we're leaving our families. We came this Eid and we're now second Eid will be here. So this all, why? Because we need to do something, and we know that without dedication, and this is the challenge, how much you can be dedicated. Because I know you are busy, but now you're going to start the university, and your union or your commitment to other things, exams, whatever, okay? But the more you can come to it every now and then, and live it and discuss it and make data about it and make observation and so on, the more you can crack the problem, and because these are very complex problems. Okay? Why yours they don't have? Why you don't have entrepreneurship spirit in yours? Why yours are migrating? Why yours are not having NGOs? Okay. And today I was telling the entrepreneurship team, it's a sequence. It's like a sequence. You know, dominoes effect. Okay. It's like domino. One hit hurt the other. No entrepreneurship spirit, no innovation in this city. It means more what? No jobs. Okay. More people will having migration. Right. More people will not do NGO. More people will not see a quality of life. They think quality of life only in Australia or in Germany, or they don't see here quality of life. Maybe they go and maybe wash dishes, but in front of their family they want to drive good Mercedes or something like this to show that, oh, I'm living in Australia. But in reality they're not very quality of life. And their influence in life is maybe nil. While here, they sit here maybe with no salary, but later they create major change in the society because they became job creator or social entrepreneurs. This is what I was saying to entrepreneurship team. We're not talking about businessmen, creating more businessmen. We're talking about social entrepreneurship more than business entrepreneurship, like we are doing this. Okay? But this is I think the purpose of any questions? Before I go to expenses, the most important topic. No questions?
No.
To je problem, zato sutra možda širi krug i studenata i ljudi i svega, ali...
And I have suggestion. I'm sure Anas can help us in this. Their unit. He's the. He's the. Oh, okay. I met him last time, but I didn't know that. Okay, good. Both of you, okay, can help us. If you cannot, then we should. But if you cannot, we can give it to our partners also. I'm sure they can help. But I think better. Okay. Just see. Okay. You'll tell us. You can tell us.
It's hard. We have problem with motivation, and one of the main problems with motivation is that we saw some activities in Sarajevo and Tuzla, and their students know about forums, about good teamwork, and they see for a time good things in that. In Bihać we have problem. This is maybe the first time we have some forum.
Right.
Other forums gave us for a free participants participation, for a free some things like, I don't know, lunches, and that's the way they have a lot of
More
people
people,
there.
yeah.
I understand your idea.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
But in Bihać here, that's a problem.
Right.
I'm trying when I'm speaking. I have many times go on forums in Sarajevo and Mostar, and
Yeah.
there are in many ways Americans and European Union, which is
So sponsored, yes.
sponsored
Yes, I
that-
know.
that forums. And every time I told them that we have problem in Bihać with money. Give
By
us
the way,
some
just
money
for
and-
information, the NDI is the most National Democratic Institute, American institute. And Dunya, she knows that, okay? They asked me, they want to sponsor this, and I said no, okay?
Yeah,
Just for your
I
information.
understand, but
And I'm telling you, they sponsor, and we don't want, why we intentionally making it from our people, from like Marhamat slogan, from Bihać to Bihać, or from local to local. We want to have it like this, okay? I know it's difficult, but it's worth trying. Even if we fail, at least we know next year, if we do it here, we'll know different ways of doing it. But let us try, especially if we know how to market the thing, like Jalil was saying, okay? Because at the end of the day, they're gonna spend €10 for the week for their lunch, for sure, even if they don't come to the forum. The other thing I was asking you, Now you manage the registration, not now marketing only. The registration itself, you as a student union, you manage the registration itself. So you have your own team. I'm sure you are organized. Okay. That needs, frankly, organization. I think they've seen how much we were organized in the forums before, right? Yani in Slovenia was a one-man show, right? Natasha was, right? Second, the forum became better. It was many people, all students, my students, junior students, and so on. So students, I think, and from your union, can organize good registration tables and so on, so that we support you. We will be there even 2 days before, just preparing the tags and so on. And already we have done some homework. Okay, just we need now 5 or 6 people from your side to manage the registration. Yeah, that's.
Can I say just something? The same as with all other teams, maybe it's good to have someone from university. It doesn't have to be like a mentor.
Yes.
For registration.
Yes, that's what.
They're also students, and they're only in charge of that.
Yes.
So they don't care about our meetings,
Yes,
other
yes,
meetings.
yes.
They just come when they need to discuss.
I will
about
give them
registration.
appreciation certificate.
Okay.
Anybody will participate, even for 2 hours, 3 hours. Still, at the end of the last day, we'll give them an appreciation certificate. And we hope the president of the university come, and he also give them, like we did last time. You remember? Okay. So, and he can tell them that's what's in it for them, that they'll be appreciated by certificates and so on. And that's good for their CV anyway. So that's what we do with our students. Why they come and participate? Because they want certificates.
My sister, we have also people who can do it.
خلاص.
If we can't, we will.
خلاص.
My sister.
But
so
not you. I know that you
we
are.
have people who do it.
احنا we were giving them, but really, I don't want them to be busy with the registration. That's what, or otherwise they
That
come.
is the problem we can do.
Okay, sure. Okay. The second committee.
Media and parliament.
Yeah, just let me tell about registration day. Registration, people will register, they will be given tag, they'll be taking their all address, email, whatever, and so on, because to follow them up and so on, okay? And they'll be given the team, they'll assign team, maybe, and you need to know which team slot, so you'll have slot in the team, like, cinema, okay? Where you go, slot, where is empty slots, okay? So each team should have similar number of people, based on their interest and our needs. So, for example, Anas will tell me, I want to be in quality of life team. I tell him no, but now it's full here. You need to go the next one available is there, so on. So make sure now we. Okay. 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 Next one. Okay, so this is now the logistic team is also, they have a huge job. Okay, they need to arrange Marhamat Eid Day for us. يعني the agreement with Marhamat. I think already they did some work on that. Okay, with the place where we're gonna do this. Okay, the lunch for the students, where they can take it. Even if we now get lunch, hotel will not let you take lunch there.
Yes.
Okay, so can they let us sit outside or where we can drink? Because or somewhere where they can sit, gather and take the lunch. Okay, this is logistics need to be really organized. So I will put for you like checklist.
Again, one team.
Yeah, for this.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah, it's committees. That's what we want.
Okay. Another, you need to assign someone.
Odmah čim idemo u ovo, mi smo sad, I have to speak in
Yeah,
English.
please.
Okay, we again went from one aspect, that's the registration. We
Yeah.
didn't finish it.
Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah.
okay, they said they can solve it, or he can solve it, but we just need to have
Name,
names.
yes.
And okay, you are in charge. We don't care. Next
Mashallah, you're a good
time,
project manager.
because you cannot
Yeah.
solve things
Yeah,
the same. with,
so can we agree the student union will take registration? Can we agree just registration table? Yes, no?
We will, Ahmed, we will.
You will?
okay, okay. They said they cannot promise, but can we
No,
say
we-
you
we-
and you
yes,
will
they will.
give us
They will
next
arrange,
time
they will arrange.
details.
It's already there.
Okay.
So Amina will arrange people from her side.
Samo za registraciju, a vi možete za...
It is very simple, by the way, it's not complicated. Just
Da, nismo na...
Vi sjednite i vi sjednite i vi se dogovorite. Znači sljedeći put kad budemo
Imamo već ljudi koji što rade, tako da se ne...
znači onda vi ste za to, ok.
Prof, we need like action plan. Yani who will do what? Like this is what Jalila is saying, and I think help us Jalila in making just table action plan. Who will do what?
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
writing.
Okay, thanks.
So registration team,
Yes.
Arabella and Emina will find
Yes,
who will do it.
yes,
So next time when we come, you have to have.
And I'm sure Askar and Nahla can help us on that also because they have experience on this. So if we need them, يعني, they can help us.
Okay.
Now the logistics.
Maybe student union, if you can take the logistics.
What does it include? Can you?
Arranging for lunch.
Yeah, we have problem because that week when forum is organized, we have exam second term
And you have the also Eid.
from Monday to Friday, all 5 days.
Now this Prof. Azra and Prof. Khalid, they need to solve the exams on the same week.
By the way, Prof. Azra, your college should not have exam that week. I hope should change the exam.
Yes, no, really,
It's your in your hand. It's in your hand. Especially that most of your students are the ones around with us.
We already gave
Dates?
our data 1 year ago.
Ah.
Why didn't you say that when they were planning?
maybe you can arrange something that we will say.
Yeah, for at least for you in law, you are in law, right? But they can do something. I'm sure. You can do something. I'm sure. You are. Why you take is your please. At least I know you'll take most important students for us. They are around it. Please.
Because no one informed us before that this is exams time.
But they didn't.
A šta je još ovdje važno? Mi smo podijelili taj list na ispitama. Bilo bi dobro da vi na univerzitetu, vi ne znam, unija studija, da svi podijelimo da stavimo. Znači morate jednostavno šerovati, lajkati, sve što stavljaju, oni jednostavno stavljaju 5% od dnevno se objavljaju. Znači ako je neka slika, ako je neka rečenica, bilo što onda ubaci pitaju to lajka da se šeruje, da jednostavno što više ljudi to vidi.
Možemo li mi to staviti na našu web stranicu univerziteta?
Mi to možemo staviti na stranicu univerziteta i na Facebook
Pa
stranicu
da.
ured. Pa mi 22. krećemo poslati
22. prije ne može, da, ne može.
To je to.
Može se zamoliti samo.
Pa neću to kako.
Mogu ja zamoliti, nikakav problem je nego... E pa to su sad, ali okej. Okej.